Okay, this month we're going to look at the big stab sound, which is the main sound used in Hot Right Now by DJ Fresh. The first chord is an E minor chord. So if you just program a simple normal E minor into your sequencer, the chord needs to be spread across the octaves. So we'll start by taking the top note and raising it by an octave, and the bottom note lowering that by an octave. The middle note could be doubled up an octave above as well. That produces the sort of optimistic, open sound of Hot Right Now, and any other chords in the chord sequence should be similar voicing like this. So just extend that and you'll hear that's quite similar to the record. I'm using albino, so the precision will have to be set to 100. We'll want a saw oscillator, sawtooth. The digital ones tend to work better, nice and solid, straight and clean. With this low-pass filter, 12 dB low-pass filter, and the resonance up at about 50 with no envelope, we get a much brighter sound that cuts through very nicely. But there's still quite a bit of mud in the mid-range that we can take out with an EQ. It's not much different from boosting the top and bottom, but this way, if we cut it about 500 Hertz by about 6 decibels, you'll have to move the Q width around to find the perfect sort of width. Using the bypass, you can check that against what we had before. Next up is compression, and you'll want a smacky compressor with a high ratio. Longest attack time you're going to get away with, and the shortest release time. It's a case of pushing the threshold until you get maybe 3 or 4 decibels of compression there. It should smack the transient. Again, bypassing will help hear the difference, and you might need a little bit of makeup gain. So that adds a bit of punch to the start. Next, to give it a bit of movement, we're going to use a phaser. You'll have to listen to the chords playing and go through the different speeds to decide what sounds best with the pattern. Maximum stereo spread is good, but cut the low end out. Let's focus that on the top end. We can reduce the width and the feedback, and definitely keep the mix very low. Round about here sounds good. Again, bypassing to check before and after. And that is our sound. The sound that's hot right now, quite literally.